Hello, everybody. Today I can graph lines by beginning at B and applying the slope, which is rise over run. In a previous lesson, we learned how to find the slope and y-intercept. We got y by itself. Now we're going to use that in order to graph a line. So I know the standard form for the equation of a line is y equals mx plus b. So the first thing I want to do when I'm graphing a line is identify my m and my b. In this case, my m would be 1/2 and my b would be -2. Now that I have those values, I begin at b. So I take my y-intercept as -2. I go on the y-axis to -2, and I make a point. Now I apply my slope. My slope is rise over run. I'm always going right. So if it's positive, I'm going up and right. If it's negative, I'm going down and right. So I'm going to go up 1 over 2, make a point. 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 And then if I want to continue the line in the opposite direction, instead of going up and right, I'm going down and left. And you'll see it continues the line, down and left, down 1, left 2, down 1, left 2, down 1, left 2. Once I have my points, I would make as many points that fit the graph. There's no minimum or maximum number, but to make the picture look better, I just continue to the end of the graph. That's my graph. It's applied through many different courses. That's it. What twist can we talk about for something like number 8? I need to get y by itself first, and again, we did that in the previous lesson, so I'm going to isolate y. I always add or subtract first. -2x, -2x. 2y equals -2x plus 6. Divide by 2. Divide the entire side by 2. -2 over 2 is -1x plus 3. So now that I have that, y equals mx plus b. M is what's in front of the x. M is -1. B is the constant, what comes after the x. B is 3. In general, you want the slope to be a fraction, so if it's not a fraction, put it over 1. Now I begin at b. My y-intercept is 3, so on the y-axis, I go to +3. My slope is -1, so I'm going down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, and I continue that. And I can go in the opposite direction. Instead of down 1 right, up and left, up and left. I connect the points with a straight edge. I draw arrows, and I'm done. You could also graph lines using your graphing calculator. The main objective of this right here is to do it without the calculator, but I can show you. You still have to get y by itself, but once you have y by itself, if I wanted to graph this one right here, y equals -1x plus 3, I can just go to y equals, once this thing loads up, and type it in. So I've got, try to time this thing opening up here. So if I go to y equals, and I type in -x plus 3, I can go to my table, and I can just plot these points. I could also look at it by hitting graph in the calculator and see what it's going to look like. But the main objective is to do this with slope and y-intercept. So that's it. To graph lines, I need to get y by itself into y equals mx plus b, slope-intercept form. Once I have that, I state m, I state b, I begin at b, I apply my slope, which is rise over run. Practice it. Goodbye.